Okay.
Hey!
Hey.
So today is Friday, September the 8th, and we didn't get to do our video blog yesterday because we got home from Louisville
And we're pooped.
and we were really tired. So we're catching up this morning from yesterday when we went to visit Bridges of Kentuckiana, Adoption Bridges of Kentuckiana, which is a Catholic Charities organization. And so they were our third and final adoption agency that we went to visit during our vacation this week. So do you want to give
I
a
did
little
all
background?
the talking yesterday.
Okay, go ahead.
Day before. Background. Located in Louisville, Kentucky. So Kentuckiana, they obviously are located in Kentucky, but also are licensed in both states. So New Albany is kind of the Indiana city that mirrors Louisville on the Ohio River. So when we talk with, I'm bad with names. Her name was?
I don't remember her name. I know that's really
She's
bad.
supposed to be good with names. Talked to her, and she was just very direct, to the point, sarcastic.
Very much like Jeremiah.
A lot like me. It was a lot to take at times with the two of me in the same room. She had a lot of good information. Didn't sugarcoat anything. They said they place 20 adoptions a year, roughly, and they have 18 currently on their, or in their, we'll just call it applicant pool. I'm not really sure what else to call it, on the waiting list of sorts, but we'll say future adoptive families. How about that? And I guess she said they have 5 getting ready to go through training, which is mandatory by them when you adopt through them, which is a good thing to hear.
And those 5 were included in the 18 because it was originally 13.
Whatever she says.
Okay.
You can continue.
Okay, so yeah, the overall pricing of Adoption Bridges of Kentuckiana was a little bit more than the other 2 we looked at this week, which is something to consider.
Mm-hmm.
We do like the fact that they do so many a year. We feel like that could increase our chances of being placed maybe faster than with the other 2 that we looked at, but again, their price is a little bit higher. So all 3 have some pros and cons that we're going to have to weigh and figure out which one is the best fit. I feel like at Adoption Bridges of Kentuckiana, she was a lot more thorough than the other 2 as far as what the home study entails, what the, what kinds of things they're looking for, what is on the application. We got a huge folder full of information. And also it was interesting, we got to go through a preference sheet to figure out where our preferences line up. And
With each other.
Yeah, with each other. So, I don't know. We'll have to figure out which one we want to go with. Looks like my nose is bleeding, but it's just reflection of my sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I will say they're kind of more, in reference to the thorough point, they came across more as a business. Not really. Obviously, they're not in the business of placing children. They're not doing it to make money. In a sense, obviously they're associated with Catholic Charities, so they're not a profit, organization. Their fee schedule, if you will, was more spread out.
Yeah.
Of course, as well as larger than the other 2. That was nice. So it wasn't any huge chunk, at any one point. Just kind of steady streams of fees and then training and home study and then the search for the baby or child. I need to work on my terminology for all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a good thing. She said we can, to request a baby that is born in Indiana, though of course that limits us being selected potentially, because she said ballpark, they would do 15 from Kentucky and 5 from Indiana in a year out of the 20 that they do. Indiana has a lot friendlier laws when it comes to adoptions. Not that Kentucky's aren't friendly. There's just more hoops that have to be jumped through.
In terms of like the father's rights.
Right, father's rights, 2 separate court dates.
Yeah.
But like I said, they do have. Sometimes they had more resources as far as training and picnics for other adoptive families or future adoptive families to get together and kind of connect and be able to share stories and experiences and just stay well connected with that, because it is a unique experience for each family that goes through the process. So it's nice to have that support group, as well as there's closed Facebook groups for adoptive families, and then potentially the families that are matched as well, as far as communication goes.
I think when you said earlier that they were kind of like more businessy,
Mm-hmm.
I think that probably is because they do so many, and so it's more
Yeah.
routine for them. And
Right, so doing 20 a year, they're doing more than 1 a month.
Yeah.
So they're getting a call from a mom each month saying, hey, okay, I'm at the hospital, going into labor, and then all the wheels get put into motion for both sides of the person, their mom and or dad placing their child for adoption, and then the family ready to receive that child into their home. So it was nice, and we appreciate the thoroughness of it. Even though they do a lot of placements, it didn't seem like a super big agency. Really, they were still personable enough, not like some of the other ones we've read about.
almost dropped the phone. What was I going to say? Oh, I think for us, it kind of made us a little bit nervous because of how many they do and how quickly we could be put on their applicant pool. Kind of made us step back and realize, oh my gosh, there's potential for us to apply and have our home study done and have a baby in 6 months. So we could potentially have a baby even faster than if I were to get pregnant today. So kind of like, oh my gosh, we've got to get all this baby stuff that we don't have. We have a room for a baby, but we've got nothing else. Yeah,
they said, on the checklist they gave as far as in reference to the home study, said you don't have to have a nursery, ready to go, during that home study. But obviously to us, it sounds like a good idea because, like we said before, a lot of the mothers placing their child for adoption tend to look at families who don't currently have kids as they prefer those. Yeah, right, we don't have kids. Scooby, we've shown him before. So we're, like Sarah said, that's in our mindset now, and I made the comment that we might need to ask for baby stuff for Christmas if we give anyone our Christmas wish list, or if anyone asks for it. And another couple interesting things on the home inspection checklist were like, one of them was specifically knives have to be in a locked drawer. Well, we have a butcher block doodad thing of knives for steaks and shears and cutting whatever. It's like, okay, well, yeah, that's something we hadn't thought of. And of course, the kind of normal stuff, cleaning products got to be locked up or child proofed. If you have to have a fire extinguisher, which we do have one of those, got one of those in the past 6 months or so.
I think you have to have one on both floors if you have a 2-story house, so you might have to get a second.
So we'll find out. They have to have it was like an emergency plan for something, I can't remember. If you're near a body of water or something like that, I think you have to have some kind of like emergency plan.
Yeah.
We have a pond that's behind us.
I think the rules for Kentucky home studies are more strict than the Indiana home studies, because I don't remember anything ever being mentioned about having to have our house baby proofed already when we were talking to the 2 Indiana agencies. But
Well, they didn't go over the home inspection in detail because they're.
Well, no, but I don't know. I didn't get that impression.
But anyway, there were. Did your battery die?
No, I just took a picture. I don't know. It could be. I don't know. We're at 10 minutes, so it shouldn't be.
Shouldn't be done. So there's interesting things on the checklist, we wouldn't normally have thought about consciously to make sure, things are secured. So yeah. And then afterwards, because that was 11 o'clock yesterday,
Yeah.
got there early and they got us in a little bit early.
We
They're in
went to
Louisville.
Wild Eggs for
Wild eggs for lunch.
lunch/brunch because we had breakfast food. Thank you
right.
to Meryl and Ethan Harper for
Shout out to the Harpers
introducing-
and Ted. He's
And
a
Ted,
Harper.
of course.
He's a Harper.
Yes, for introducing us to Wild Eggs when we were visiting in July. Yeah, July.
Sure.
And then, of course, we had to go to the outlet mall where I had all kinds of shopping fun. I don't think Jeremiah got a single thing.
I probably picked out half of what Sarah got. So
He did. He's a good shopper. He did get 6 bags of chocolates from Ghirardelli. He did
we
pick all of
got
those out.
six.
Yeah, well, you picked them all out, so
There were pretty much only 6 to choose from, all dark chocolate.
yeah. Well, anyway, so then we got home at about 7:15 last night, and we were just exhausted. So.
I'm watching U.S. Open tennis.
Mm-hmm.
All-American women's semifinal.
Sloane Stevens. Woo-woo. So I guess next steps. We're just going to continue to pray about the 3 agencies that we met with, discuss what we liked and didn't like about them, and just, try to figure out which one is the best one for us. Right?
Yes.
So hopefully, maybe we'll come to a decision in the next couple weeks, and we will let you know. All right, so we will stop it there. Wait, I gotta show Scooby because now I'm gonna just show Scooby at the end of every video. There he is. Say hi, Scooby. Everyone's seeing ya. Okay, he's sleepy this morning too. So, all right, that's it for today. Talk to you next time. Bye.